this point, I'd like to ask anyone wishing to speak in favor or opposition to come to the podium, state your name and address. If you do not wish to speak, but would like your support or opposition recorded, please sign in on the sheet on the table at the back of the chamber. So is there anybody who would like to speak in favor or against on this order? Okay, seeing no further public comment, I will close this public hearing at 6:31. Okay, I'd like to call the Monday, October 16th, 6:35 public hearing to order. This public hearing is for Council Order 2023-109, Utility Grant Location, Mass Electric Verizon, 38 Parkhurst Street. So at this point, I would like to ask anyone to speak in favor or opposition to come to the podium. State your name and address. If you do not wish to speak but would like to your support or opposition recorded, please sign in on the sheet on the table at the back of the chamber. The clerk of committees received a letter of support for this item from Denise Larson of 210 Winthrop Street, and that will be made part of the record. So does anybody wish to speak in favor or against? Okay. Seeing no further public comment, I'd like to close this hearing at 6:36, and we will begin the regular council meeting at 6:40. Thank you.
I would like to call this meeting to order, the Quincy City Council meeting Monday, October 16th, 2023. It is now 6:40 p.m. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Present.
Counselor Kane.
Present.
Counselor Devine.
Present.
Counselor Harris.
Present.
Counselor Liang.
Present.
Counselor Mahoney.
Present.
Counselor McCarthy.
Present.
Counselor Phelan. President DeBona.
Present.
8 members, you have.
8 members, we have a quorum. Please stand if you can. If we can get a moment of silence, and please keep thoughts and prayers in Israel as well as Ukraine. And please use this moment of silence as you wish as well. Please turn to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, please read the open meeting law.
Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, first item on the agenda, please.
Number 1, 2023-039, Utility Grant of Location, National Grid Verizon, C Street, Mass. Road Improvement Project.
Thank you. I'd like to, before I recognize Councilor McCarthy, we also have an A, B, C, D, and E, so we have 5 components of this order. And I'd like to recognize Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. What this is some housekeeping for the movement of and the relocation of poles on C Street as we get ready to expand the renovation of C Street with the Department of Transportation, with the state, and this will run from Ginger Betty's down to Palmer Street. So there's a series of motions of relocating poles that I'll go through, starting with 2023-039A, and that would be the replacing and relocating of P55 C Street, approximately 24 feet west of existing location, replacing and relocating P57 C Street, approximately 21 feet west of existing location, replacing and relocating P59 C Street, approximately 7 feet west of existing location, installing P58-90 on C Street, located approximately 50 feet north of P58, and a pole is required to guide P58 C Street. So I put that in the form of a motion.
Motion made by Counsel McCarthy to approve. Do I have a second? Seconded by Counsel Devine. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane.
Yes.
Counselor Devine. Counselor Harris.
Yes.
Counselor Liang. Counselor Mahoney. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes.
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries. Next, go right ahead, Counselor.
Yeah, the second motion, 2023-039B, replace and relocate P7690 C Street approximately 26 feet west of existing location. Replace and relocate P77 C Street approximately 10 feet east of existing location. I put that in the form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Counsel McCarthy.
Second.
Seconded by Counsel Andronico. Any discussion on this motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane.
Yes.
Counselor Devine.
Yes.
Counselor Harris.
Yes.
Counselor Liang. Counselor Mahoney. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes.
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
All 8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries. Go right ahead, Counselor.
2023-039C, replacing and relocating P70 C Street approximately 8 feet east of existing location, and replacing and relocating P74-90 on C Street approximately 22 feet east of existing location. I put that in the form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Counsel McCarthy, seconded by Counsel Andronico. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane.
Yes.
Counselor Devine. Counselor Harris. Counselor Liang. Counselor Mahoney. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes.
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries.
2023-039D, replacing and relocating P85 C Street approximately 11 feet west of existing location, and replace and relocate P86 C Street approximately 8 feet west of existing location. Put that in the form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Counsel McCarthy,
Second.
seconded by Counsel Andronico. Any discussion on this motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane.
Yes.
Counselor Devine. Counselor Harris.
Yes.
Counselor Liang. Counselor Mahoney. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes.
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries.
And the final motion, 2023-039E, replace, relocate P92 C Street approximately 7 feet west of existing location. Install P94-84 on C Street located approximately 60 feet north of P94. Put a pole to replace the old P94-84 in the backyard of 468 C Street. Replace and relocate P92 C Street approximately 7 feet west of existing location, and replace and relocate P94 C Street 8 feet of existing location. I put that in the form of a motion.
Just to make that correction, is replace relocating P95 on that last one. Is that correct?
What did I say, something
I
else?
think you said 94.
All right, we'll make it 95.
95. We got it.
Thank you.
That is in the form of a motion made by Counsel McCarthy, seconded by Counsel Andronico. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane.
Yes.
Counselor Devine.
Yes.
Counselor Harris.
Yes.
Counselor Liang. Counselor Mahoney. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes,
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries.
one other item. I just want to thank my colleagues and the folks in the administration, the mayor, his team, especially Eddie Grennan, T-Pal and Ali Rule, Frank Tramatozzi. This is like I said, Phase 2. Phase 1 was the Fox and Hounds intersection, and we had a great public hearing that was held on May 15th. Jim Timmons, also in the solicitor's office, went up and beyond the call of duty. Not only several mailings, but individually meeting with folks on C Street to explain all the movement that will happen and, all the housekeeping that will happen on C Street. So I want to thank everybody involved and DOT. Thank you.
Thank you. Council's- Madam Clerk, is that all for our agenda items here tonight?
It is.
It is. We're moving on. Approval of previous meeting minutes of October 2nd, 2023. Motion approved made by Counselor Kane, seconded by Counselor Andronico. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Moving on. Communication and reports from the mayor, other city officers, and city boards. Moving on, unfinished business and proceeding meeting. Moving on, reports of committees. Do we have one for ordinance? Go right ahead, Councilor McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. President. These are all traffic requests that were advertised in the Sun 10/5/23, and I'm looking for a positive recommendation. The first one is in Ward 1, 2023-104, remove handicap parking at 22 Woodward Ave. Form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Councilor McCarthy. Seconded by Councilor Andronico. Do I need a roll call on this one? Yes, I do. We need a roll. It says approval. No?
No.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Go right ahead, Councilor.
Second one, Ward 2, Councilor Andronico, 2023-105, add four-way stop signs on Endicott Street at Bradford Street. I put that in the form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Councilor McCarthy, seconded by Councilor Andronico. Any discussion on this? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The ayes have it. Go right ahead.
Ward 3, Councilor Kane, 2023-106, add a stop sign on Sherman Street at Elmwood Ave. Form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Councilor McCarthy, seconded by Councilor Devine. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
Ward 5, 2023-107, remove the handicap parking at 65 Davis Street.
Motion to approve made by Councilor McCarthy, seconded by Councilor Devine. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
And finally, Ward 6, Councilor Harris, 2023-108, add four-way stop signs on Hollis Ave at Newbury Ave. I put that in the form of a motion.
Motion to approve made by Councilor McCarthy, seconded by Councilor Devine. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Is that it, Councilor McCarthy?
That's it, Mr. President.
Okay, we're going to move over to Public Works, and Councilor Harris, go right ahead.
So this evening, we held two public hearings. One was 2023-095, utility grant location, Crown Castle Fiber, 743 Hancock Street at Marymount Ave. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve made by Councilor Harris. Seconded by Councilor McCarthy. This one will need a roll call. Any discussion on this one? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane. Yes. Counselor Devine.
Yes.
Counselor Harris.
Yes.
Counselor Liang. Yes. Counselor Mahoney. Yes. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes.
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries.
And we also held another hearing on 2023-109, utility grant locations, Mass Electric, Verizon, 38 Parkhurst Street. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve made by Councilor Harris, seconded by Councilor McCarthy. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Andronico.
Yes.
Counselor Kane.
Yes.
Counselor Devine.
Yes.
Counselor Harris.
Yes.
Counselor Liang. Yes. Counselor Mahoney. Counselor McCarthy.
Yes.
President DeBona.
Yes.
8 members.
8 members in the affirmative. Motion carries. Is that it, Counselor? Just got a little note on our Roberts rules that Counselor Palmucci, before he left, changed the traffic so we could do all those in favor and not have to do a roll call. So thank you, Clerk of Committees, Jen. So I forgot about that one. Anyways, we're moving on. Presentation of petitions, memorials, and remonstrance. Go right ahead. I recognize Councilor McCarthy.
Yeah, I just want to recognize a passing, really a Germantown legend, Paul Kelly, age 95. A wonderful man who was a longtime New England Telephone Company employee, volunteer at Quincy Youth. Brought up a wonderful family, the Kellys on Bose Ave. Was pretty much the mayor of Bose Ave down there in Germantown. He was very involved in the community, very involved in the days of St. Boniface. I went to the wake and to a wonderful celebration of life the other day where, and I can't remember the pastor's name that was stationed in St. Boniface, but that brought him back to do the homily, and he did an excellent job. It's always great when you have someone celebrating the Mass that really, really knows the individual and their neighbors. It was like a reunion, and it was definitely a celebration of life. And Paul Kelly was a guy who was a proud veteran. He's survived by his lovely wife, Pauline, and their kids, and just a tremendous, tremendous life in regards to the things that he did in the Bose Ave area down there and in the Gull Point area and St. Boniface over the years. So just keep the Kellys in your prayers, but 95 is a very good age, and a wonderful life, and he brought up a wonderful family. So thank you.
Thank you, Councilor McCarthy. I'd like to recognize Councilor Harris. Go right ahead.
Thank you. At the last meeting, I had mentioned that I would revisit the passing of a friend of mine and a friend of many in the Squantum area, Ralph Ames Jr. Ralph was, he lived in Squantum. He died very suddenly on September 28th. He was 83 years old. He was a proud Army veteran and retired Quincy police detective. Ralph retired back in 1999 after 32 years of service with the Quincy Police Department. He was also a longtime member of the Elks, Quincy Elks, and the Nickerson Post. Ralph loved his Squantum community, where he lived most of his life. Ralph leaves behind his lovely wife, Sheila. I used to enjoy going in, and I would be drinking water most of the time and going in and talking to the two of them every so often, and he cherished his kids, Ralph III, and his wife Pamela of Hingham, and Trevor and his wife Suzanne. And he was a devoted grandfather of 4 grandchildren, Abigail and her husband Felix, and then there was Bradford, Tyler, and Jacqueline. He is also survived by his sister Judith Borgwart of Wisconsin, and many nieces and nephews. He was a good friend of many, and he certainly will be missed by me and many other folks. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Harris. Any other councilors? Moving on to motions, orders, and resolutions. And I would like to recognize Councilor Harris. Go right ahead.
Thank you. I didn't get this in time, so I'd like to put it in a resolution. I've already given it to Jen for a number for the next meeting, but I want to make sure that folks know that I'm listening to what they're saying. This is a resolve requesting the City of Quincy traffic engineer do a comprehensive study and review of the cut-through traffic affecting the North Quincy beach streets. Whereas morning and drive time traffic along Quincy Shore Drive continues to grow, and the cut-through of our residential beach streets of North Quincy to gain access to East Squantum Street. Whereas this cut-through traffic often speeds, which creates safety issues specifically for students on their way to school in the morning. Whereas the cut-through traffic affects our residents crossing the street, backing out of their driveways and entering their vehicles, specifically Conant Road, Atlantic Street, Billings Street, Webster Street, Appleton Street, Milton, and Colby, and in particular, North and South Bayfield. Whereas this cut-through traffic poses an additional burden on our crosswalk officers at both intersections on East Squantum Street at Atlantic and Bayfield Road. Now therefore, it be resolved that the City of Quincy traffic engineer have a review and create a comprehensive traffic study regarding Quincy Shore Drive cut-through traffic along North Quincy. And be it further resolved that the mayor's office work with the Department of Conservation and Recreation, the Massachusetts Department of Transportation, as well as our state delegation to secure the necessary funding for the redesigning and construction of a new intersection at East Squantum Street and Quincy Shore Drive. And I would like to put this into the Public Safety Committee.
Okay. Councilor Harris has a resolution resolved requesting the City of Quincy traffic engineer do a comprehensive study and review of cut-through traffic affecting the North Quincy B streets, and he wants to put this in Public Safety Committee. So, because this is not on the agenda, we all cannot speak about this right now, but we will put this in. Jen, is that okay? Okay, we'll have it on the next meeting?
Agenda of the 14th.
Agenda of the 13th, okay. We got that, Councilor Harris, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any other councilors for any other things on motions, orders, and resolutions? Moving on, scheduling of committee meetings and public hearings. Real quick, this is the last meeting of October, and we will be going into Monday, November 13th, and back-to-back week of a Monday, November 20th. And then we'll be obviously having Thanksgiving, and then we have our 2 December ones, December 4th and December 18th. Also keep in mind that Election Day is Tuesday, November 7th, which is 22 days from today. From tomorrow, it's 3 weeks. And I'd like to read this in, helping out Madam Clerk here, with our early voting at City Hall, starting Saturday, October 28th through Friday, November 3rd. That Saturday will be here in City Hall, is that correct?
Right in the main lobby.
Right in the main lobby. You can come here on Saturday, October 28th, from any time from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Also, if you missed that date and you still want to come in for early voting, it is also Monday, October 30th through Friday, November 3rd. That is 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. And then you'll have the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then the election will be on Tuesday.
President Bonner.
go right ahead.
If I may, that is also the October 28th, 8:30 to 5 is the last day to register to vote. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other things, Madam Clerk?
Nope.
That completes our agendas and our motion to adjourn made by Councilor Kane, seconded by Councilor Liang. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We now adjourn at 7:01 p.m. Thank you.